Hey guys, so I have been getting a ton of messages over the past week or so since last patch about this new bug slash glitch slash exploit, whatever you want to label it, is probably what it is, and it's on the level, if not better slash worse, than the candy barb clash and bug. And by the way, the reason why I never covered the candy barb clash and bug, like why I never made a video but I always talked about it, is because I was just really late to the party and I didn't want to make a video about a well-known exploit because it just didn't feel right since I was like 2 months down the road when I found out about it. It just didn't feel right. But this one's new, and not only does it help players but also detriments players that don't know about the bug, so I'd really like to see this bug fixed as soon as possible. So that's why I'm covering it today, in opposed to not covering the candy barb clash and bug. Plus, I really like the candy barb clash and bug. That I feel like the candy barb clash and bug was basically the way the clash should have been, but that was just my own opinion, so I really liked that one. And also, I'm not against exploits or bugs or anything like that, because it does help get it noticed and it does help get it fixed. So this, if you're gonna say that this video promotes it, I know that's the point of it. I'm not only trying to make a video to get attention, to get the devs to fix the bug, but I'm also wanting players to use the bug, because that also helps the devs see the bug and fix the bug. It helps them replicate it, it helps them see it, it helps them do all that stuff. And if you're not doing it, someone else is going to do it. So there's no morals. If you're going to leave a comment leaving your morals down below, no one cares. I'm going to be honest. There is no morals when it comes to MMO, because if you're not doing it, someone else is going to do it. So you are literally just detrimenting yourself by not taking advantage of it. And I'm not saying like everyone needs to, I'm just saying don't be opposed to it, just don't do it. No one cares if you're opposed to it, just don't do it if you're opposed to it. Keep it to yourself. Just want to make sure that's clear, because no one cares. But what this bug is not only does it affect the players, but also affects bosses. That's why it's not only good for a player that knows it, but it detriments players that don't know about this bug. And there's going to be a lot more players that don't know about this bug than do know about this bug. So that's why I want it to get fixed, because I don't want newer players to be like, wow, this game is so hard or something like that, because it's pretty tough out there nowadays with this new bug. So what this bug consists of anything that has the flavor text damages enemies has a chance to ... on your allies. So the two main allies that this affects, maybe the only two allies that it does affect, are Dragonlings and the Feisty Flame Dancer. So Dragonlings adds a ton of DPS. So what this bug does, I should probably explain first, right? So anything that says damages enemies has a chance to ... has a very, 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 very high chance to damages enemies has a chance to ... So when it comes to Dragonling, you are just blowing them up with fire. It adds so much DPS to your classes. It has cut down speedrunning times by almost half. It was about 12 seconds for the fastest speedrun, or the top times, and now it's 8.8 seconds, and it can only get higher than that. And the safest time you can have, the lowest time you can have to be safe, is 15 seconds. It's crazy how it's like the Dino Tamer bug, right? The Dino Tamer bug, the safe time was like 40 seconds. When the Dino Tamer came out, it was like 20 seconds. It cut down the times in half. It's basically the same thing. Dragonlings are adding so much DPS because basically every single hit is blasting the enemies with this damaging effect. And it's a pretty high coefficient. If I'm hitting for like 1.7 mil on my Neon Ninja without a potion or anything, this thing is hitting for 5.5 mil. So it has a very high coefficient, and it has a very, very high proc chance with this new patch. Also, like I said, the Feisty Flame Dancer. The Feisty Flame Dancer has a chance to spawn regenerating or healing and energy regenerating flowers. So you just have infinite health, basically. On every single class in the entire game, you have infinite health, and if you're playing like a candy barb, you also have infinite right click, so it not only boosts your DPS, but it keeps you alive infinitely. So that's a really big one as well. That's more useful for like the open world. The Dragonlings are really good for Shadow Towers, and then the Feisty Flame Dancer is good for if you want to solo. Maybe you've never been able to solo Ultra Dollar Moon before. Now you will. Trust me, now you can solo Ultra Dollar Moon. And also it's good for farming dungeons, because you can use Conjurer's Vial if you haven't been able to before. And also, like I said, it affects the faster attack speed classes the most, because it has a chance to, if something has a chance to do something, the more chances you have at it, the more it will proc, right? So let's just demonstrate on the Shadow Hunter. Now I'm in an Ultra mode. I tried doing this in the open world, but there just wasn't enough enemies to demonstrate it well enough, so that's why I'm in a Shadow Tower. So I have about 430k HP. Let's take some damage, and now let's shoot. So you saw I died instantly, but now look. Like, look at my HP. It just shoots back up instantly. Look at all the flowers. You can see the flowers popping out of the enemies. Can you see those yellow flowers? So look at the bosses are just going to keep spawning these poison clouds. The bosses are going to spawn the poison clouds a lot more often than normal. It just keeps spawning underneath me. So you got to keep moving. You can't stand still or they're going to stack up. They're going to kill you instantly. But also look at look at the flowers just flying out of the enemies. It's crazy. Now obviously if you only have 200k HP, you'd still want to use Deathifying because you're still like, look at those flowers. Look it, I'm just farming this little mob right here. It's gardening 101. But yeah, you're still gonna get one shot by things if you only have like 200k HP, like the waffle catapult bots. As you saw, I got one shot by that. It's not gonna keep you from getting one shot, but if you survive with 1 HP, it will give you infinite HP. So you still want to use Deathifying. As long as you can survive 1 hit, it doesn't matter if you get brought down to 10 HP. If you can survive that 10 HP hit, you will be brought back up to full because you are spawning so many. And then I'll show you the Dragonling in the next dungeon right here to demonstrate how much damage you would be doing. So that's Feisty Flame Dancer. That's infinite HP right there. Let's go with the Dragonling. So let's go Dragon. Let's just do Neon. I don't know. Or let's do Azulian because whatever. Damage reduction. Now let's see how well this works, because I hit for what? Let's see. Let's test my damage out real quick, and I'll show you guys. The stupid loading screens. Alright, so let's get down here. It was taking me a while to, clear that. Let's see. Okay, so I do about 300k per hit. So anytime you see a 1, it's doing 1.3 mil damage, I think. It's really hard to tell because you're attacking so fast. But, so yeah, it's doing like 1.3 mil. So, it's doing 1 million damage more than my normal hit. Like, it's crazy how much damage you're doing. It's really hard to tell how much damage you're doing if you're not being timed. I will admit that, like, just looking at it, probably doesn't look like much. But trust me, it's crazy. If you're in the open world and you do, like, no damage, you are going to start doing a ton of damage. Also, you can just use Feisty Flame Dancer. That will keep you alive infinitely. So, yeah, it's going to help your clear times a lot. It's going to help you farm dungeons because you can now use Conjurer's Vial as long as you don't get one shot, like I said. If you do get one shot, so if you have anywhere from like 200k to 400k HP, you're probably still going to use Deathifying. Or you can use Conjurer's Vial with what's that emblem? Unyielding. You can do that as well. But there's a lot of combos out there. You can do a lot of different things with this. I just wanted to show you guys. I wanted to replicate it. I wanted to go in full detail on how to do it and what it does for the devs in case the devs see this. So yeah, that's why I made this a little longer than I should. And also it was live, so it's a little bit more rambly than normal. But yeah, if you have a Dragonling, you are going to do a ton more DPS. If you have a Feisty Flame Dancer, you are never going to die. You can solo Ultra Dollar Moon if you haven't before, so go ahead, everyone, just go out, go solo Ultra Dollar Moon, make sure the devs know about this, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.